Alright, let's get everything going here. Put our prediction up. And who do we have on what team today? Germans are blue for, British are up for. Alright. And let's see. We'll keep it for 15 minutes. And we'll go ahead and put that prediction up for everyone involved. And let's go ahead and open up the tab here. So, it appears that we don't have a lot of markings on this scenario. Alright. What do we got? Cap zones. And other cap zones. Okay, one second. I'm gonna have to open some of these up. Okay. They're gray, that's why. Alright, it's very tough to see on the map, but that is a-okay. Otherwise, this is basically just a one-life neutral sector operation if we were to convert it into FNF speak, but with just some extra stuff. So there's 3 cap zones. They're grayed out, but you got one right here, you got one down here, and then you got one up here, basically in some more of the urban or military base-esque areas in the map. So 2 villages, a military base, and then you have a little upload station over here. So if you hold a capture station till the hour and 20-minute mark, you gain 3 points. There's a hidden capture zone that I guess reveals itself by the end of the game. That's worth 2 points. And then if you hold all 3 zones and interact with the upload station right here, you gain 15 points. Basically, if you do that, you win. But otherwise, it is just whoever can control more of the zones. And I guess at that point, if that is a stomp out, then we can just wrap it up at that point. They added an airfield right there. Interesting. But otherwise, that pretty much is the scenario. And I'm just looking to see if there's any additional assets. Looks like there are some vehicle crews in play. We'll break those down when we get a little closer into the mission itself. And I'm just handling scheduling for everything else involved here. Yeah, basically if you completely dominate each sector and you then hit the upload station, it's just an auto win. Do I have a cold? No, my body's just a little, like, physically depressed because I had a fever Monday and Sunday, went away Tuesday, but my body is still stuffed up, so I guess it's still dealing with whatever remains. So I am a bit under the weather, and that has put me behind a little bit, but I'm slowly bouncing back. But that's why I canceled 506 stuff last night. It's because I didn't have the time to work on it. When I did, I just couldn't finish what I wanted to. So we'll push forward with everything. But yeah, no, we'll be streaming this. We'll be streaming Pog tonight. I might stream some Late Night Dark Tide or some more mission dev. It really just depends. I know there's at least, before I go to bed, I gotta get one Halloween op announcement up. And let's see, Friday there'll be 2 op announcements, one for another Halloween op, one for Metro, and we'll see what I'm able to get done. I'm Solomon Grundy, yeah, funny. Well, beyond that, I mean, let me check how many people are on the server today. It appears we're at 91, so this will be about 45 v 45, so roughly a platoon of infantry and some support assets on either side in a command team. Really, there's no hard way to play this one. It's actually quite simple. Just take your cap zone, put the defensive force up, and I would argue send it over to attack the enemy's zone at that point. hold the central zone. This should have Overwatch on this side. And then if this force comes down the other area here, it'll run into whatever's there and then can put pressure on that area. And if they're able to take the zone, then you just have the central garrison work on the upload station, touch it, and you win. Right? That's really it. There's no other way to really do that with. Is there any way to make realistic PvP battles of battalion-sized elements each side? I mean, the closest I know is the vanilla War Games mode, because at that point it's only like 16v16, but you are able to like purchase AI and purchase vehicles and purchase all this stuff to help you take over the entire map. And Arma seems pretty stable around that, but going beyond that, I mean, I've seen 300 player servers before with Russian Black Magic. We actually are lucky and we're able to stream those events once in a blue moon. It's the Russian branch of WOG versus Solid Games, which is a Russian-based community. But the craziest rumor I have heard is 450 players, 225 versus 225, one life. And they literally play at, I'm not even sure, I'm trying to think. It's practically 2 companies of troops versus 2 companies of troops. But at the battalion level, I don't think you'll be able to get that. Because a battalion is roughly, what, 1,000 people? More or less, but for PvP, you have to double it. So you could probably see multiple companies, or maybe a commanding element for the 2 companies, and call that a battalion. But again, the craziest I've heard of is 400 to 500, but on the lower end of the high 400. So again, 425, 450 max, or whatever it was. Yeah, it was 450, I think, was the highest. So again, I don't know. But for battalion size, the issue is the server ends up spending a lot of performance on AI pathfinding. Like, that is one of the biggest drain of server resources. So Arma servers that are purely PvP can go really, really high because they don't have to worry about that bottleneck. At that point, they just have to focus on having very tight networking constraints. But beyond that, again, the highest I've heard of in rumor is 450. The highest I've covered is close to 300. And those missions are nuts. Like, people struggle to command like a 50 to 60 player force on their side when we have like 100, 120 players on the server, but commanding double that at that point is just, you literally have to give them a direction and go, alright, your local commander will take care of it because I'm just giving you rough estimates here. And then, of course, they have full platoons of armored vehicles, they've got air support, they've got artillery support, like all this crazy shit. It's pretty wild. 1 second. I'm surprised it's 3:35 and they haven't started yet. I imagine, though, this is probably going to be a quicker mission because it's going to be practically a rush to the middle and then just committing all your forces in. There have to be helicopters in play to backcat because there's no other reason. Because this is just going to turn into a line fight, and whoever's line is able to pierce through the others is going to win. Which I guess is, you know, interesting in its own right, but that just means the early and mid game are going to be the most important parts of this scenario. But beyond that, that's it, you know? There isn't really anything else that this has going for it. If you gathered all players in a physical location, what would be the upper limit? At all, I have no idea. I, honest to God, have no idea.
You good to go?
Because I used to think triple digits, like 100 was your cap. And I've hosted triple digit ops and they're nuts. But that's like, you know, nothing beyond like 100, 120 players. And now, once or twice a year, I'll cover like 2 or 3 times that amount in certain events. So I have no idea what the true latency stop gate is for a sheer amount of forces in Arma, but it's quite a bit. So who knows? Who knows? But at that point, I think the limitation is purely just Arma's networking capability. 1 second. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and look at the sides here. So we have OFCRA. OFCRA are our British forces. We've got... I'm gonna be honest, I forget the name of that. It's not the Warrior. But if you remind me what this is, it is definitely some sort of fast-moving autocannon. It's a scimitar, okay. And then we have, I believe these are coyotes, but I could be wrong about that. They're either dingoes or coyotes. There's a second scimitar. All right. So those are basically autocannon Vics.
Hey, cheers, Queen King.
Oh, these are jackals? Okay. Because it's jackal and coyote, and I can never tell which one's which, but British forces are going to be rocking L85s. Ugh. Looks like I see a bunch of magnified optics in play as well, so everyone's got magnifiers on their rifles. We see some GPMGs in play with no scopes. And then we've got some NLAWs in play as well. Ooh, and then the Jackal's got... Yeah, the Coyotes have 6 wheels. I always forget that. But we've got some ACOGs on these Jackals as well for their 50 cal. And I guess that makes sense because, again, everyone has magnified optics on their weaponry. So OFCRA is going to be commanded by NASA with Nubass as his 2IC. Samuel Combs and Ulrich taking one of the Scimitar crews. Kajonovich and CT, I don't know what they are. They appear to be just a 2-man rifle group. Platoon lead is going to be Ash. Section 1 has Cuboid, Rigel, Zixme, Pirate Sandwich, Wombat, and Demavar. Settler, Sonari, sorry, is a very cool guy. There you go. Snary, Pirate Sandwich is dead.
Do we have any chest?
Amazing. Settler, Snary, Grubby, Pingus, Epic, Montes, Fast Sugar, and Speed all together there. Dymus, AD, Wojak, Jakata, Bartoloni, Kozunya, Dasam, Garrett, and Mizika. I'm butchering that. Maki, Pi, and Whale also taking another Scimitar crew. At least I think. No, they're a platoon lead crew. My bad. Andriri, Asada, Warkas, and another group. Twig King, Dead Doggo, that's it. Cameron doing some crazy Montan and Oddball, also another squad. So that is Blue 4's breakdown. I can only assume Blue 4 is going to have Lynxes. And yep, all right, we see those. So they've got 2 of these little tankettes. I love them. We've got some MRAPs in play with some Crow System 50 cals and then some armed trucks. And a transport car in the back. Primary weapon for them is going to be, looks like G36s. We see some I think that's the G28. But otherwise, they also all have the choice of magnified optics. We see some MG4s in play. And otherwise, they just have those... They have those 3 times magnified optics, which in my opinion, the 230s that the British have are going to be a bit better. But these are going to be very nice because they can fire these from protection, whereas on the Coyotes, OPFOR is going to have to be turned out. But looking over at Blue 4 here, Flip for Flap is going to be commanding. Roland's going to be leading platoon with Callie as the 2IC. Sam is one of the crewmen for the tankette there. Michael, Pogo _ Green Thumb, and Alexander in the platoon lead group. I wonder what fire support is. That might mean they're doing the other tankettes, because I don't see another tankette crew. So it's Roland and Callie taking one, Sam taking the other, and looks like he's alone. Otherwise, Kermit, Cheeseburger, Stripes, Barrows, Depso, Ilner, Swede, Kilo, and Spirit in one squad. Emil, Jonathan, Mr. White, Arthic, Delta, Ezenor, Rick Hunter, and Risbo in another group. Joseph Porta, Migoy, Jerem, Jerem. Sandrock and Sta, all together another group. Renly, Yasas, Gonzalez, El Persu, Diablo, Ninja, Puma, and Drake in another group. And then Newton, Alien, Ganjeta, Speedy, Pancil, Oliver, Vincenzo, that's it. Nava and Toxic are all together in another group. Again, I'm a bit slow. My brain is a little in the clouds because I'm still kind of sick, so please bear with me. Otherwise, looking at our capture zones here, massive villages that the capture zone is so big that, honestly, pushing from anywhere, you could even have people, like, swim and take that little peninsula, and as long as they have more people in the capture zone, they'd be able to take it, so that's kind of funny. Central capture zone is this hill. Looks like there's been some added fortification lines. Actually, no, those are part of the map. Okay. For this little, I'm going to call it a complex. Upload site is marked with the objective area here. That appears to be in some sort of tunnel complex down here. And then you've got the laptops they can interact with if they control all three of the zones. All right. And then the final capture zone, which is this village. Gonna be honest, this one is a little more defensible in terms of size, because this one you've got all of the area right there and multiple lines of buildings, whereas this one, you've got more of the chunk on the peninsula here, so you only really have to hold this section right here. And then it's all open ground for anyone that tries to come around except for that little niche right there, but you can still hold that open area. Compared to, again, this one, you've got the front right here, you got opening around right here, but this is a little niche as well, which if you move down to hold, you can hold that, but you then have this massive back line you also have to hold from. But it looks like there's no air vehicles in play. Forces are just going to have to smash through each other on the ground. Based off of the AO and defense, I'm going to be honest, it's whoever commits all in for the central sector and then bypasses to get to the third is going to have the number advantage. If either side keeps a sizable defensive group in their home zone, they're just going to defeat themselves in detail here and allow an advantage for their opponent to overwhelm them and just pick them apart piece by piece. I'm going to be honest, the magnified optics and the Crow system versus the ACOG is going to be quite interesting. The German vehicles, I'll be curious to see how those MRAPs are used, if they're used as a support by fire asset or if they're used to basically just snipe at enemy forces, but we'll just have to see. I guess another slight advantage on Blue 4 here is they have an MSR to go right into the objective, whereas Op 4 are going to have to kind of go uphill, and that's going to really detract for them. So if both sides were to rush the central objective, I think Blue 4 would win in the opening push-in, but we'll see which sides try to play it more tactically and which sides dedicate themselves to a rush. Let me go ahead and prep my notes here. Today's date is the 26th. And label as OFCRA. Alright. Now, let's see how this all goes. So, Op 4, we see that they've deployed one Jackal, which appears to only have the command element. Actually, no, it's just NASA solo driving it. But it looks like he is joined with a vehicle up here. This is Section 3 for Op 4. They've got 9 people. They're going to go and capture that zone. Looks like they took the side dirt road. I'm impressed that they were able to get so far ahead. I thought I saw everything go left, and then they cut through. Blue 4, meanwhile, they're going to send everything down this route. And then it looks like they're going to possibly push through and then move up to their sector. I think because they're trying to access this road, so the shortest distance is to go through. They'll leave something here, and they'll just immediately drive in. Maybe we'll also see a split off of forces. But, yeah, them just driving through the zone has already taken it. But in terms of timing, they're a little quicker to the draw here. which is why I was saying in a rush, Blue 4 is probably going to be able to get up there first. Op 4's route is just a little more tricky. Now again, points don't matter until the hour 20 mark, which combined with this scenario having a 2-minute safe start won't be for till the hour 28 mark right here. But I'm going to be honest, I think this game is going to be determined by the hour mark. Everick, I wouldn't be able to tell you, broski. I will say, though, the Scimitar, I don't recognize that model. So, I'm trying to find one to show you. That was the only one that actually shocked me. I didn't think I ever saw that in 3CB, but I might have. But you're a 3CB dev, so you'd be able to set me straight on that. What also kind of concerns me here is the main force is now just starting to pass their zone, whereas at least half of the British forces have moved by. So we could also see these MRAPs going in for rushes. And I'm going to be honest, that would be a very powerful rush vehicle because it's up-armored, it's got the 50 cal with no recoil to worry about. This could be very, very damning. And I think we're actually seeing that on both of these sides. Wait, nope, they're going for a dismount. Are they? Or are they just... Yeah, they're not going down the road anymore. I think they're trying to get on the path and then maybe cut left because they took a wrong turn. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing. I thought they were going to go for a rush play, but this means that OFCRA is going to actually be able to get in first. And I think it's also because the OFCRA... Actually, no, I think the trucks on both sides have been going at the same speed, but OFCRA is going to be able to get up there first. These guys, I think, made a wrong turn if... They were supposed to go that way, but OFCRA doing an earlier dismount. I'm going to be honest, though, you would know if the enemy's in the zone because it would change in, so if you rush in, you're fine. But these guys... All right, they're not going for the site. Good. You shouldn't worry about that at all this game.
I know, we're going to hold. I want to get you on the hills next to me so you can use this fucking rifle.
So he wants to get his marksman up there, which is fair. That's a pretty powerful scope up there.
Can you hear that to me?
I think they're hearing their own vehicles because those are closer compared to their own stuff. But yeah, no, it looks like Blue 4 intentionally picked over here because they wanted to get on this hilltop area. I'm going to be honest, putting the MRAPs up here would be a really nice choice because you can treat that Crow system as a sniper rifle with perfect stability and perfect ranging with the T-key. And if you hit him in the head, that's a guaranteed kill. If you hit him in the torso, you're also probably going to kill him because it's 50 cal. You got the other MRAP going, both sides stopping short of the objective. But Blue 4 definitely being more aggressive because this is past the zone. And we got a Dingo driving right up, but it veers left. So I think these guys are going to be in charge of holding the far left flank. You actually see their tow rope out too, which is kind of funny. But OPFOR are going to have control of the zone first, unless this group comes in.
I can't hit shit. Sattler, sorry, repeat again.
That guy's, apparently they're having comm issues locally, and the RTO can't hear, but his mic keeps speaking pretty hard. Gotcha, Everett, gotcha. Yep, so OPFOR takes control of the zone. Blue 4 now entering it, though. We'll see if that changes. Both sides committing everything to offense here, except we got a 3-man team over here. Now, is it because by choice? No, because they wrecked their vehicle. And they just pulled the spare wheel out of the little hatch to get it fixed. Interesting. But Blue 4 looks like they didn't fully deploy their force in the beginning, so now they're moving those forces in. And we've got another Blue 4 element here. I think they had to fix their wheel too. Otherwise, Blue 4 moving more forces in the zone. I'll be curious to see if that changes. We've got an Op 4 force bypassing in between two Blue 4 elements here. Op 4 have the high ground against one side, and they're even on the other. I thought he could hear the shovel noises, but he's shouting up a little bit. I think that Enlaw would be able to fry the MRAP pretty easily, though. We do see drones once in a while in OFCRA. It's not a standard, but it's definitely a once-a-month thing. Alright, Blue 4 have now taken the zone because they have a higher number in it. And then you've got to force around the actual... Yeah, this is a mistake in my opinion. You don't need people on... Excuse me, on defense right here. Because that's only viable if you actually control all three zones. So anyone that's going to waste manpower defending that zone is going to lose them because the opportunity cost of them is, you know, they could be committed somewhere else. A little worried about the positioning right here, but I feel like Op 4 could easily overpower one zone right here if these two forces work together because Blue 4 have spread their line too thin. But this is an accident waiting to happen for Op 4. And it's also because they got a good chunk of Op 4 that aren't committed at the moment, and that's what's worrisome. Because I feel like Blue 4 could still do some pretty nasty damage there, and then you got a big chunk of Op 4 over here that's also uncommitted, because Op 4 is clearly trying to set up a defensive line and push forward. But just in the placement, Blue 4 have more options. As I say that, we hear an autocannon firing out at the infantry over here. First contact has officially begun. With shots flying, Op 4 digging this position right here. Now looking over in that direction. I'm just wondering if Blue 4 is going to look over and potentially see these trench lines here and how they're going to adjust. But you've got a massive amount of Op 4 reinforcements coming up. It is quite possible that these guys aren't committed. Op 4 then push in, sweep that line, and then push along the other side because someone might spot the forces up here. It's too easy to call, excuse me, too early to call who is going to potentially defeat who in detail here. It's really going to be down to the micro calls at the team and asset level to do this. What I am worried about, though, is this fight. These guys have their engine off. They don't hear that Vic going. These guys, I mean, he should also hear that Vic moving. But they should be pushing their asset, you know, so that the tankette is in front. But Green Thumb should definitely be calling this out. But he has no AT to deal with that scimitar. All right, you got first contact up here. Blue 4 in the entrenched areas, though. But Depso getting penned. We'll see if some GLs hit up there. I think a GL knocked him out. Op 4 controlling this position. Oh, I think he sees Snary. He's calling him out. Is he within death blade of the MRAP? He is not, and he gets taken out by that 50 cal MRAP. Now, question is, can the Scimitar spot this Vic and snipe it before serious damage is done? Because now Op 4 is pincered in between two groups of infantry that are weaker than this whole of this group. But if they're split across two areas and these two sections do not coordinate, they could be picked apart. Because if they pull back, they're going to end up in the kill zone of the MRAP. So they also need to coordinate with that Scimitar to take out that MRAP ASAP. Blue 4 down in the low ground, not realizing there's Op 4 just up ahead.
Okay, faut qu'on aille,
maybe they are getting eyes on now, but that could be pretty devastating for a rear flank attack. And then you've got some rounds going back and forth over here. Blue 4 taking some knockouts here. MRAP needs to consider repositioning so its gun is just exposed so it can start engaging infantry. Because if Op 4 realizes they can bulldoze these two elements, it's going to be over. Looking up here, you've got GLs getting launched. That is a far. Op 4 now taking some knockouts again from flanks, but an Enlaw comes up and takes out the MRAP because it was overexposed. And I believe that was a shot by Speed. Yep. I'm going to be honest. When you encounter contact that close, you need to reposition this to be more defensive. But now you got the Scimitar sniping up at elements right here. And there goes Jerem And I think OPFOR is going to win this engagement because they just have more manpower. They've got the support. MRAP didn't react appropriately because it was super exposed on that hilltop, and it got sniped, which is a shame because it could have gotten a better cover to only expose the gun. But I think that's a bit of a short sight on Blue Force planning here by putting stuff on central hilltops, because where is a Lynx here to cover them? It's up on the sector and up on the left side itself, so this group is kind of being held out here to dry, and now OPFOR is going to basically be able to get a bunch of free snipes with this supporting vehicle here. 2 kills, technically a kill and a knockout so far, but now these groups on the high ground are going to be able to push the Blue 4 elements back here, forcing them to move around and reposition. These guys can regroup and then push up and take the sector, but I think they're going to be ordered to come and take the central sector right here, but Blue 4 on the rear of this OPFOR attack. So OPFOR decisively winning this fight, causing a rout in Blue 4. This one, though, I don't think OPFOR is going to have the chance to rout because their rear has been cut off. They're going to have to fight through, and you're going to see some really nasty CQC right here. Jonathan turns his head last second. Azenor not having his gun up. OPFOR realizing they're under CQC. Oh my god, but Blue 4 is getting torn apart right here. Can Rick get... Rick gets the shot. Cameron falls back into cover. Very nasty. That Blue 4 group took way too many casualties. They weren't expecting to be right on top of that element. Blue 4 now pushing, getting some additional knockouts here. Oh, that fire rate on that Blue 4 player was not good there. That OPFOR player was pretty much able to mag dump him. We just heard some AT launch. That was the other Scimitar pushing forward after it took out this MRAP. And it looks like there was a little bit of an accident here between Blue 4 vehicles, but that caused them to dismount. They also did not lose their links, and I think that's going to be able to bounce back for them. But OPFOR, looking at the elements here, looks like they tried to pull forces around. You've got that 3-man element over here as well, but with one Scimitar down, Blue 4 has a pretty decisive advantage at the moment. And then you got this Dingo back here, excuse me, Coyote, that is now looking around, but it is alone, and there is a lot of Blue 4 elements right here. I mean, Blue 4 could get unlucky, have a second cook-off explosion, take out more people. It looks like that's not going to be the case. So OPFOR, their main attack up here is pretty much segmented. And you got OPFOR now pushing this zone, trying to take out a straggling element right here. We could see these 3 men still do a good chunk of damage because they're away from that other element over yonder. Smoke going up high. I never understood why players did that. I guess to like mark directions of where they're supposed to go. But Blue 4 immediately getting cut down because they are being way too passive right here. Migo trying to hide. I feel like Pingus is about to snipe him. There it is. Yep. I really don't understand why they stayed up on that hill after losing so much, but I guess miscoordination, maybe they lost command access, who knows, but you see OPFOR are trying to clean things up here, but there's still resistance sweeping in. Blue 4 took way too many casualties in that fight, in my opinion, but it looks like Blue 4 starting to make up for it. So you got Twig and Camred still up, Nubas is down. And then you got 3 other OPFOR elements over here. But who's going to win this fight? Spirit or Cameron? Twig taking some flanking fire, or that might have been OPFOR firing on a Blue 4 member. And I simply didn't catch it. Smoke grenade popping on some Blue 4 elements here. It's the Jackal, right. I keep butchering the name, I apologize. Yeah, OPFOR have completely pulled off of that line, but I mean, this OPFOR element, unless it commits to helping the forces here with this infantry element, they could bulldoze the rest of Blue 4 and win this fight. But I think they're too pinned right here, or their standing orders are to just hold that section. But Command definitely has a headache right here. OPFOR in its current situation will not be able to take this sector. If they have the infantry come in and reinforce quick enough, then they might, but it's a tough call. I think Twig was trying to secure Nubas, but ends up getting flanked and taken out by Kermit here. And then you got Blue 4 coming around. They might be able to find Azenor and bandage him up, but that was a pretty decisive take there. And I thought I saw a Blue 4 guy just wake back up. That might have been Rizbo, actually. So he's going to be doing some medicing because he did get knocked out. Maybe an OPFOR guy was able to shoot him, but you got some OPFOR coming around here. Alexander getting flanked, taken out by Maki. But between this remaining blue 4 element, if it's able to bulldoze this remaining OPFOR infantry... Oh, that could be bad, but between the numbers game right now, I think it's still slightly in OPFOR's favor, considering if units evenly trade. However, if we start seeing... But... So, no, it's pretty even right now, actually. I don't know who's gonna win. It really could be anyone, but I was about to say OPFOR was, you know, could still bounce back because they got numbers spread out everywhere, but now OPFOR, I think, is leaning a bit more. Look at that grenade throw. What a beautiful grenade throw by Whale. Follows it up by getting a kill with it, too. Really weaponizing on their incompetence. I need to tell Whale after this that he was literally thrown a bone here with that. But it's going to be amazing to watch OPFOR bounce back now, because Blue 4 just destroyed their one heavy asset in the zone. They've got a second one, but it's not really being committed. It's kind of being kept in the back line. It might move up to commit fire support, but I have a feeling these OPFOR elements right here are going to be able to bully the rest of Blue 4, because Blue 4 just decided to team kill their asset. Maki pushes up and immediately gets cut down because she was on her own. I can't believe that just happened. Honest to God. We're not even at the end of early game yet, but we're seeing a pretty decisive victor here. We really, I don't know why OPFOR is pushing up on foot like this. They need to remount and push into the sector, because if they were to come in, they could immediately assist in the OPFOR Remnant and take out all these elements, but numbers right now are looking pretty even. It's just Blue 4 have some slightly better positionings. Bluck gets taken out. Zixmi on the hill, looting a body. Green Thumb taking shots from the rear by Pi. And Pi wins the fight as Green Thumb is none the wiser. Hey boys, what's up? Well, tactically trying to move around here. Looks like the grenade situation has been partially taken care of. One woke back up. They're picking up the other. He's camping it, though, trying to get shots on Puma. Critically wounds the both of them, but isn't able to net any kills. That has to be frustrating. I mean, you can see the amount of shots he just put in both of them, but screw that, I guess. I think it's safe to say OPFOR has the number advantage, though, considering what the hell just happened between the group getting hit hard right there and then that whole fiasco. Whale gets a good headshot. He's up on 3 kills. GL's going forward. He's going to immediately pull back because he doesn't know where that GL gunner is, and that could insta-kill him if he's not careful. Got some infantry skirmishing around here. And I still don't know what the hell these guys are doing just up on the right flank. Blue 4 have taken defensive in that town. And you got OPFOR now sweeping back over here. You got this Dingo right here, though. They could, excuse me, Jackal. I'm going to keep miscalling that. I'm so sorry. They could rush to the other sector at this point, though. And then Blue 4 does have a single... Yeah, they got their ground command over on that sector, but... I don't see how OPFOR can lose this unless the remaining Blue 4 elements completely bulldoze the remaining OPFOR element and then weather this, because numbers are even right here, but OPFOR has a distinct number advantage on the right. It's just we have a lot of units that aren't being properly committed, and they're going to the far eastern flank right now. I don't get it. The Scimitar is also covering Overwatch really well. This is the main fight. And that central zone, whoever wins that, I mean, you just then get a vehicle, drive up to the northern one, then you can tag it, and it's GG. So I'm struggling with this. But definitely determined by the end of early game. We're still 7.5 minutes away, but this was definitely a quick fight. Blue Force could still bounce back, but just seeing the unit spreading cohesion here, I don't see it. Especially with them sniping their own Vic like that and the other ones being so uncommitted at the moment. Zixmy plinks. Blue 4 trying to engage Demovar on Overwatch here. Delta trying to get into a position to potentially hit him, but it looks like no, another guy died on the slide right there. That's funny. Wombat coming around. Spirit gets some shots on Wombat. Throws a grenade. That grenade might catch. It does, but Wombat moves forward. And you've got the Tankette here trying to spray into Zixmy, who immediately runs into the tree line and breaks contact. Good call. But now is the Tankette going to pull defensive, or is it going to try to hunt? Looks like it's pulling defensive. But this is not a good position for the Tankette to be in. It's way too CQC. The Overwatch positions that the Scimitars have back here are very, very nice. I could still see OPFOR coming in and doing some plinking kills, but I, again, do not understand why there's so much OPFOR on this side that are just... The opportunity cost here is staggering for what we could get, but it looks like Blue 4 have sweeped all of the OPFOR elements on the right side. Wombat instead has gone for the wide flank. Could get a shot on Kilo. If he looks left, will he look left? Kilo doesn't... Yeah, Kilo positions himself perfectly for Wombat. He's going to loot the body. Amazing. He gets tapped 4 times there. The first 2 take him down. And he quickly repositions. How's this guy doing? Another GPMG gunner just holding that tight angle, but it looks like he's wounded and bleeding, so he might be doing medical on himself. Tankette now positioning to the left. Okay. My question is now, how is OPFOR going to sweep everything in? And are we going to see that Scimitar try to reposition over here to see if we can get some Overwatch fire on this hilltop? That would be a great spot for it to do it on. Wombat now, CQC. Oh, he is in such a good position. Looks like he's checking bodies at this point. But he doesn't realize that Blue 4 is right in front of him. Let's see what he does. Hey, Scaffold, how you doing? He's checking bodies. Bro, please. Everyone's on Whisper right now, though. He's going to hold the corner defensively. Oh, Spirit's going to fold in.
I can bring you to the bunker.
Well, the last words were bunker. His radio immediately cut out. Wombat runs out! Oh! Massive misplay by Wombat. He panicked and he ran out, and he should not have done that. Because if you encounter... He encountered one guy here, he encountered another guy there. At that point, you have to assume there's more Blue 4 around. So if you run out as someone's folding in... Oh my god, no way. No way. Wombat, you had an opportunity! Oh! Wombat, please! Damn. I was hoping for that immediate machine gun comeback. Go out guns blazing, but it just wasn't in the game there. He was probably looking at his phone or something, because there was definitely a delayed reaction where he was not focusing on that. You still have Zixmy pushing up this position. Now it's just a matter of these guys need to regroup, push that sector. But at that point, it's game over. You got these blue 4 guys folding in. They're going to help establish a defensive. You still have some op 4 elements around, but they're trading evenly. Blue 4, if the trades continue to be even, would have an ever so slight number advantage, then get reinforced by, what, 5 or 6 dudes, and there's one guy back there, but op 4 have the heavy numbers back there. Scimitar playing very defensively, but has found a good spot of Overwatch. But I can also imagine Wombat was probably not expecting to wake up from that. And I'm going to be honest, I am 100% surprised Wombat actually woke up from that. Zixme getting a sneaky shot there, and I could not hear his bullets from range. You know, if the tankette stays turned out, Zixme might actually have an opportunity to snipe him. And that's what really scares me here with this tankette, because if he snipes the gunner out, he effectively nullifies it. Barros moving up to check on his buddy. He's going to find a dead body. Zixme still lingering around, and I'm going to be honest, the windmill sound is going to drown out any local footsteps unless you're very close. It's also drowning out some of the vehicle sounds there. Gunner turns back in. Auto cannon shots going in. Zixme changes his angle. I think that's the Scimitar engaging the vehicle up there. Wait, if Zixme turns out at the right angle, he's going to be able to see this gunner turned out. Oh, he quickly evades, though. He's running up. I'm worried, though, because the Scimitar's aiming for the top of the tower. How are they going to be able to know that Zixme's pushing up this position? And Zixme had him dead to freaking rights. What the hell is his foot doing? Bro, you shot his leg so hard it inverted. Look at this body. And let me guess. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, there goes Zixme, because the Scimitar, as I was saying earlier, wasn't going to know if that was friendly or not. And, yeah. 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 Not surprised. Why is Op4 holding around this one position? Here's what this tells me. Op4 think Blue 4 are going for the final sector right now. So they're thinking, okay, we can deny them the whole end point if we just hold the final position, which shows me that Op4 doesn't believe they have the manpower to win right now. Op4's playing purely as a last stand defense, when in reality, Op4 have the advantage. But they've mounted up, they're going to go back cap that sector, and then they'll eventually come down and take the central sector, and then these guys will touch the terminal, and that'll be GG. So right now it's just a game of how many kills can the Scimitar get by sniping people, and we're going to have like a 10 to 15 minute intermission as Op4 pretty much redeploy themselves. But look at all the Op4 elements. We got a full group, full command group, partial groups right here, and then Blue 4 have a near full group, a partial, and a remaining vehicle crew. So, clearly numbers are in Op4's favor, but we have a second, so how are you all doing as we watch people getting blown up? So he's still suppressing that tower, not realizing he did snipe Zixme. But we'll see how things go.
Send in GOAT Team 6.
Alrighty, Maki, thanks for the 19-month resub.
Me. Bring 2 more people to OFCRA. Kill 1 person. Get one tapped frown.
Maki, I'm going to say this. You were instrumental, though, in Blue 4 deciding to snipe their own links. I can't even find the wreck, but yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that, though, because I can't even, yeah, no, there it is. Yeah, so it misfired on Blue 4, and then Blue 4 turned around. There was a solid few seconds that went by, and then they just blew their own links up. Yeah, that was the burning Vic in the middle. It was silly. Looks like the Lynx, though, has found the Scimitar. And started engaging it. The crew has bailed out. And there it goes, cooking off. So, Blue 4 are going to be able to have their vehicle as the final advantage there, but they're going for a northern attack. Okay, so we'll just have to see how this goes. I thought they were going to go all the way to the northern sector and take it, but I guess in assuming that Blue 4 is still up on this hilltop and they've got forces down here to cover that final zone, even if Blue 4 rush over and take that final area, that makes sense. But again, thanks to a 19-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a nice kick out of this. I want to keep seeing how Whale's doing. He's had a really good grenade throw, and he's gotten quite a few kills already. If that grenade actually got those kills, though, he'd be on 5, but good calls nonetheless. Alright, so with the remaining Op4 groups, if they work together, I think they could take out a good chunk of this infantry, but the numbers are going to be a little even here. If this group joins in, though, they'll be able to perfectly surround Blue 4 and pretty much wipe them entirely, but seeing the remaining numbers, you got the group right there, the units right there. Wait. How did you get up here? Was he always up there?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. When did Ash get up there?
Scimitar is dead. Scimitar is dead.
Guys.
It's cool. It's a cute team.
No, Pogo's gonna snipe him. Pogo's totally gonna snipe him.
That wasn't it.
I was hoping for a frag, but yeah. Was he in that tower though? Because I feel like he kind of just appeared in there. But I could be wrong. That was a little sketchy. Maybe I'm blind, but that was a little weird. Alright, we're going to have a 5-minute intermission as Op4 decides to push in because these guys have been super cautious going in, so I wouldn't expect them to all of a sudden be gun-ho and push in on themselves, so, yeah, no. Let's see, in 2.5 hours, we're going to be having Pog Zeusing. I've got a fun little op for them. I think it's going to be a low attendance thing, though, because most of them are out of town, so we'll see how things go. But it should be a quick op. Nonetheless, and if it isn't, well, hopefully their suffering won't be that hard. Then after that, we'll either stream some Mission Dev or some Dark Tide or whatever. I'd love to get Dante on and we can mess around. I've been playing around with Mark II Hammer on my Preacher, but I need to grind my weeklies, so I can't keep being a psychotic psyker looking for plasteel even if I want to.
Kurwa, dziwnie się czuję, bo zwykle wyjebywaliśmy się za 0.
Is Blue 4 actually going to push in there? Because here's the thing, if they push in there and trade evenly and prompt Blue 4 to push in reinforcements, these guys with the defensive advantage could actually really bleed Blue 4's manpower. But if this group pushes in on their own and makes this an even fight, these guys then push up here. It's going to practically be 1 squads versus 2 squads in a vehicle. But I guess what we need to check at that point is how much AT do these guys still have? Because I know they burned 1 NLaw taking an MRAP out, but we have 2 NLaws there. How many NLaws on the other group? No NLaws. 1 NLaw. Also, that little buzzing in the mic isn't your headset freaking out. That's just the game's TFAR object intercept coefficient. Yeah, so 1 NLaw with this group, 2 NLaws on the right, so they will have the ability to snipe the links. I really don't get why anyone's giving attention to that upload site. This is going to be hellish for Blue 4. Look, this is grenade hell. And then look, at the end, there's a double fortification! And they're making a triple for grenades! Bleed Knife Zelda is still absolutely viable. With the right blessings, but I mean, it was viable back then, it's still viable now. It's just all about can you position yourself properly. But with the bonuses you get for a knife compared to a Thunder Hammer, then yeah, you're fine. It's just you focus on the back instead of the head, but that is also easier for a lot of players, all things considered. Blue 4 is going to die in here if they actually breach that. But even if they don't, even if they slowly crawl up, that means that they're not in a position to support these infantry, and these groups are just going to steamroll that. So I think OFCRA has this. I think this is over. 1 second. Yeah, give Whale the grenades. Go ahead, Flock. What's up? I'm gonna be honest, it's difficult to offend me. Because I've seen it all. But you can try. Go ahead. Yep, here come the grenades! Wow. I was expecting that to have a lot more damage, but definitely wounded quite a few of them. Returning grenade. Definitely took a little bit of damage. Whale's holding that corner, but he had a great throw right there. Now you got OFCRA attacking from the position on the rear. Does Blue 4 have anything left to commit? Nope, just ground command in the back line, and that is it. I mean, the tankette, I'm going to be honest, is in the worst position possible for the tankette. They're trying to keep it hidden, but at the same time, as soon as they pull it out, people are going to whip out the NLaws and snipe it. So that's horrible. Yeah, go ahead, Flock. I don't care. Yep, all right, so here's the tankette coming out. I think realizing that might be in danger. But its engine is going to... Yeah, I have a fiance. But anyway. We got red smoke coming out. This tankette is in so much trouble. I'm waiting for someone to notice. Look. Okay, yeah. Now he realizes that Speed's gonna run up with the AT and snipe it, right? OFCRA, I think, are now popping smoke to try to draw OFCRA's... I think Blue 4 popped the smoke, and they're trying to draw OFCRA fire. You got the links moving around. Yeah, no, I'm going to be honest. People have, all the time since I've made this YouTube and Twitch channel shit, they've always brought up, you know, comments about my voice and being related to me being like a, you know, a twink or something. All I have to say is they're just lucky they don't have to live with it. I have to live with it, you know? But I've got friends that also hate their voices too, so we take solace in that fact. Not anything I can do about that, you know? Frisco, I am a tri-gender pyrofox. Let's go with that. Anyway. Blue Force still deciding to occasionally push that position. After... I'm really surprised they're... Because at this point, what do? You don't do anything, because this is done. You have no control. So we're going to see OFCRA come in, kill that one element. We've got other forces climbing around. Blue Force committing everything to that fight. But this fight is in such a good position that it's going to negate any number advantage. Oh, Blue Force being so silly. Fuck, I'm screwing with you. It's a cyanide and happiness joke. And if you know, you know. If you don't, there's no way I could explain it to you. It's an inside joke between myself and Bloodwine. Oh, these poor bastards. There's an entire OFCRA squad right next to them. Oh, well, Frisco, the world's full of people making assumptions. Just look at, look at Ukraine, look at Israel and Palestine, look at everything in life right now. I respect Wojak trying to open with a grenade right here. Unfortunately, his units were mobile, but they tried to do an ambush with the grenade as units were pulling away, but no, that was good. It was in the right spirit. But unfortunately, they were moving away. Now you got the Lynx panicking and coming around. I'm going to be honest, the Lynx is actually in a good position to snipe stuff here. It just does OFCRA realize they're in a lot of trouble. Because if the N-Laws don't immediately open up... Yep. Oh, that's going to cause a rout. One of the N-Law gunners is dead. Can the other squad's N-Law engage? Because Blue 4 have just been handed a boon in positioning here. Swede gets taken out. The other guy was able to pull away. Hold on. Blue 4 might be able to clutch this. Unfortunately, the vehicle crew has somehow gotten in this tower and started breaching. The three guys that were over there. That's funny. No, it was not the vehicle crew. It's the three-man group. But now it looks like Blue 4 is trying to push in from a different angle into that area, and the other Blue 4 element's trying to fold out. Do these guys have the N-Law up here, though? Yes, they do. So if he gets out, he can snipe. Oh my god, dude. Something detonates out far. I don't know what that was about. Alright, come on. Tell him to get out of the way. Go up to the corner. Launch your rocket. I would get up to the ledge. Alright, good enough. I was worried it would dip and hit something, but... Alright. Lynx is out. Blue 4 are down to one partial squad, one full-ish squad. OFCRA have two squads in the field here. Pogo gets a sweet double kill. And immediately gets blown away. I'm actually Latino, if you really wanted to break it down, but...
We have enemy.
It's not a Lynx? What is it then, CK? Lynx might be the vanilla name for it, because I always get those confused. It's a weasel! It's a weasel, and the Lynx is the vanilla name. That's it. Yes, you're right. Speaking of weasels, what the hell was that weaselly little squirrel shit right there? Sorry, the Lynx is the vanilla name for the Altus AAF weasels. and they don't name it that way because of copyright or something silly. Speaking of something silly, Kermit's a fighter right now. He's on 5 kills, and he's pretty much swiping this entire squad. But you're right, CK. Sorry about that. Pogo wakes back only to get blown away by Pingus, and Grubby cleans up Kermit and ends his 5-kill spree. Alright, OPFOR re-maintaining control. They don't have a lot of manpower left, though, because there were quite a few pickoffs. So this is probably going to go down to a wipe at this point, but now OPFOR is at a disadvantage because they've got so many people holding this final zone. Blue 4 might actually be able to wipe everything up here and then take all 3 zones and then push into this position. And even if they lose, they'll still win all the points for holding all the zones. So OPFOR lost too much in that fight of attrition. Thankfully, they pulled the element back before taking an attrition fight right there. But now Blue 4 is in the potential to clutch this. But yeah, no, they sent OPFOR elements out to clear the other side of the tunnel to death of see if they could box in that Blue 4 element, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We have some vehicles. The explosion that I looked over here was these. Looks like they blew up some OPFOR vehicles that they found. Okay. Alright, let's look at numbers. So Blue 4 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in the zone. OPFOR has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in the zone. Blue 4 also have a 9th player coming in, so 7v9, because I'm not counting the group that's going to stay defensive right there. I think Blue 4 are about to lose one, though, because these guys are going to hear the vehicle coming. Oh, there's 3 people in that Vic. Oh. Oh, no. And then you do have an OPFOR guy bypassing out here. Wait a minute, how many people are in there? 4 OPFOR elements are trying to now push the northern zone. Interesting. Kilo tries putting one shot out on OPFOR, and Pingus immediately bitch slaps him with the chest shot. Will he run up and get the double tap, though? Double tap. Well, the first double tap did the opposite. It woke up the player, but then Pingus realized his mistake and put more double taps until the desired result was achieved, which was killing his opponent. You gotta remember, guys, when you're playing as medic, sometimes your bullets heal the enemy, alright? So you gotta aim for the... Oh, God. The head. This is... Bad time to reload, dude. Very bad time to reload. What are you doing? What the... Okay, thank God that grenade gets thrown in, because that's going to knock these... Look at that multi-kill. Oh, my God. Remember when I said Blue 4 had a number advantage? Yeah, I lied to you. I think Blue 4 just sniped a dude out there. Pingus runs out. Oh, my God. I guess OPFOR was handicapping themselves with that one. Pingus on 4. Grubby only on 1. Grubby's getting handgunned, though. Oh, my God. Pingus on the offensive. Catches Speedy. Dodges handgun shots from Vince. And these guys are looking out like, what's going on? Grubby could still wake back up. Pingus coming around. Gets double tapped. Pingus flanking. Uh-oh. I think the driver saw him. But now Pingus is taking fire from Vince. Pingus desperately trying to fold back here, squeezing through some bushes. And it looks like OPFOR are now red on redding here because they don't know where the enemy is. And I think Pingus... Nope, Pingus was able to properly disengage. So, yeah, my money's back on Why are you chuckle? I guess because they're reconning, because they don't think Blue 4's lost all their numbers. They just need to go in here, grab the zone, come back in. I don't think Blue 4 has a snowball's chance in hell at this point. He's got that AT, the AT tunnel vision. Yeah. Yeah, it be like that. Wow. It really be like that. Damn, Daniel. As soon as Oliver wakes back up, he gets shot. Puma wakes back up, though. He has to limp away. And we're getting in a gunfight with Mizaka, whatever. It just... What the hell just happened? I think he meant to frag, but... Wow. Alright. That's GG. Honestly, OFCRA is going to go and take the sector. They're just... I think they're pulling 3 people back. They're leaving 1 guy in Overwatch. He's going to go in, grab the sector there. Then they're going to touch the laptop, and that's it. We haven't even entered late game yet. That's in another 6 minutes. So, GG. If you voted for OFCRA in the poll, congratulations. You win. I don't know what you win in the prediction, because I didn't see the total, but yeah. That's it. Alright, I got this. Can Puma channel his inner Audrey Hotto and still win the match for Blue 4? Let's find out. Because he's literally the only guy other than Ground Command in this AO. I don't know, guys. Puma, I mean, he's on no kills right now, which means he's got plenty of kills to get. Speaking of kills, he just got Pingus. Pingus was one of the kill leaders, rolls away from Bartoni's bullets. Bartoni puts a bullet in one of Puma's decoys. Puma throws a grenade. Bartoni distracted by his friend's body, eats shit from that grenade, and Puma is now on 2 kills. But it doesn't credit him with it because sometimes ace fragmentation doesn't give you the kill count. So, okay. Right off the bat, hold on. I was saying that's a curse, Puma, but damn, all right. Can Puma get the clutch play here? He's got plenty of players around him that are going to try to stop him, but Puma has the ability here to still stop the op here. He's not alone. Flip for Flap is kind of just AFK outside of the sector, but hold up. Puma snipes Jackal. That's his 3rd kill. Double tapping the bodies just in case. You got Geralt moving up. He's calling out those gunshots. Will Puma be able to stop Geralt from ending his spree? Now, granted, it's about to be game over because as soon as these people enter the zone and take it, these guys are going to interact with laptop, and that's GG at that point. But hey, Puma could still get a lot of kills. Come on, Puma. Look at that. He turned his magazine into his gun into a clip holder instead and puts invisible bullets in his gun. What a Chad. He's made his own modification so he never has to eject the magazine. Smart play, Puma. Smart play. He's going to play very defensively here. OFCRA have controlled the zone. Have OFCRA now interacted with the laptop and technically won at this point. Yes, they did. Laptops are gone. It is GG. OFCRA have won, but that doesn't mean Puma can't win in the court of public opinion. If I do have a mod on, feel free to pay it out to OFCRA because OFCRA have technically won by taking all 3 zones and interacting with that laptop for a guaranteed 15-point win. So, you know. Kind of fascinated Flip for Flap wasn't even in the zone to help hold it, but whatever. He's now moving around. But who cares about Flip for Flap? It's all Puma's show. Alright. Mizaki looking around, or Mizaka, excuse me. You know, a really evil thing you could do is go prone under this wall. People probably wouldn't notice you. Puma on the prowl. Again, technically on 3 kills. Bunker clearing with this lawn rifle. Whale is still alive. I think he's still part of the group in... Oh, no. Nope. Oh, nope. Whale is still alive. He is over here helping fan things out. Unfortunately for Whale, there is a Puma around. And it's hungry. Alright, Puma checking all this lawn terrain. Now checks his flank. He's probably going to be watching a lawn terrain for a while because he doesn't know that there's no enemies over there. Meanwhile, Green 4 have decided to occupy Greenhouse. A very important defensive position. Oh, they're target fixating in Puma's direction. Oh yeah, the Pumas in Wales, they always get in very massive fights for territory, especially in Africa. Now you're probably wondering, how does a whale get access to land in Africa? And the answer is very carefully, especially since the Pumas have a technical control of the territory, but the whales always have a casus belli. But regardless, Puma on the prowl. Geralt leaves that position. Puma's checking the body. Perfectly positioning himself so OFCRA doesn't spot him. Well played by Puma. Decides there's nothing good on that body for him. Puma's very picky with what he eats. He's heading back up. OFCRA have 3 people. I think Puma has detected that someone has entered his territory, though, and he's starting to get very aggressive. Looks like he's decided to make this bunker his home, so now he's going to give it some of the homely treatment, such as used bandages. Now, it looks like the bandages... Oh, nope, okay. So he's put this here. This marks his territory, and this is now Puma's den. Looks like he's going to give it a second mark. I just can't see where the bandages spawned, but he's doing something. He's nesting. Thank you, Evans. I was looking for that term. Setting up some more nesting. Now he's back on the prowl. Now, with this being Puma's nest, he's going to have to go set up scent markers to set up a 360 perimeter here to make sure that other people know that this is Puma's home. And if they encroach upon it, they'll probably catch a 7.62 by 51 NATO round to the mouth. Phobia, it's neither. It's OFCRA PvP match commentary, but good guesses. Yeah, Rich? Alright, so OPFOR have now regrouped, but Puma's on the prowl. He's checking this green building. He smells British people in here, and he knows that British people, even though they don't have the best teeth, and they don't have the best food, they still taste somewhat okay. And it's not like there's anything else to hunt here, because rabbits are very elusive on this server. Puma, I'm a little worried about him because he doesn't have his gun up anymore. He's letting his guard down. He's trying to get up to the roof. Very risky thing for Puma to do. But unfortunately, he just can't seem to get his legs out from under him. But Whale's coming. Oh, gosh. Whales are also very, very pretentious predators on this server here. And I'm a little worried because I don't think Puma knows that there is a whale here. All right? Again, the whales and the pumas have been really going at it these past few years. Oh, here comes a slice of pie. Oh, but Pie's going to spot Puma. Puma starts engaging. Unfortunately, here comes the whale. The whale also spots the slice of pie. Oh! But the whale also slays the Puma. Damn. So he got the snack and he also got the meal. But anyway, guys, that is GG. Let me write this timestamp down. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. And have a good one. OPFOR have won this. We still have one guy up on the northern side, but he hasn't done anything all game. So cheers. And I'll see you later.